Twin Flames, welcome to my channel, The Rainbow Wizard. I will be doing a reading for Twin Flames. It is for January 2024. And I don't do these readings so often, so yeah, the timeline is wider, and also especially Twin Flame readings are fairly timeless. And as we're moving into a new chapter of our lives as well, so yeah, this should be an extended one. Twin Flames, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting these videos, and I really appreciate you all so much. Thank you for sharing your wonderful comments throughout the year as well. I have the comments switched off through periods during the, I guess, the break. Sometimes, yeah, it's I also need the silence, and that's not just for comments, that is in general as well. I tend to switch off any incoming communication. I think actually it's more, much needed for everyone. I don't need to be a reader to have to do that. So it is not because I don't want to continue to connect. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas break, and still, well, it is Christmas, but we are, moving slowly but surely into the new year. I have meditated, pre-shuffled and shuffled. So the main spread, I will start now. So I will be looking into first your counterpart and what messages is coming up around, what's happening around them, what their feelings are for you and in general, and what are their intentions and actions. And the same for you, as well as we are going to look into what the energies are saying for a likely outcome. As most of you know, that is following the twin flame journey. It's a bit different than the signs when it comes to likely outcome. Sometimes it's, more yes and no when it comes to, the general. But yeah, with twin flames, it's a journey, continuing to experience, or focusing on experiencing, life and observations, what is happening to you through the journey in your life, so through your eyes. And hopefully the messages that I download can assist you can assist you also with gaining perspective and clarity. All right, I'm going to start your reading. As always, I'm going to drink some water beforehand. So now we have the Hierophant. I did see also in the corner of my eye the High Priestess. Spiritual forces, they're in work. It does certainly feel like that there is the Lovers. There is illumination from spirits. There is illumination perhaps from your unconsciousness, both you and your counterpart at this time, towards this connection that might not be that someone is necessarily picking up a phone, or you are. This could also be focusing on this journey spiritually, thinking of the other person, yes, thinking of what's happened, perhaps thinking about the future. There is focus on this union. And I see that your counterpart is questioning why that you are on their mind, because now you guys are here listening, paying attention to the twin flame journey, and supposedly, in outside of these readings, you have your information, your observation, right? And very often a person is not aware at all about what the twin flame journey is and what it means to them and their life. I do see that this person have always just been someone that they could be hardworking, they could be physical labor, or this person have a lot of energy, but they haven't really channeled their energy into, what's, evolved. They haven't been evolving. This person could come from a culture or family where they're stingy, where they have grown up to always, they have to work hard labor, but there hasn't been focused on their mind, how they can evolve and become wealthy through different ways than having to constantly work so hard and perhaps not enjoy what they do, perhaps also not earning very little, but also with a stingy mind or scarcity mindset. They never really get much. So their mindset could be through years of hard labor, they haven't got much left, and the focus is on you. There is a message coming to them, how they had actually an opportunity to release their burdens, how they always have an opportunity to release their burdens by connecting with this, connecting with you, but connecting to the spiritual side of this union. There are signs coming towards them about you. These are subtle signs. These are not, this is something they might not even have thought about before. We see the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. They know that you have turned your back to them. They feel you are cold, distant, and for many of you, it might be a twin flame connection that you have separated a long time ago. If you have been with them in this lifetime, you might not have even seen this person for years. As well, for some of you, I'm picking up. So there is this kind of questioning, why is this person on my mind? This person could, you are on their mind, not necessarily in terms of love always, but now in the current, there's going to be a sudden revelation about what impact that you have made on them, what impact you have made on their hearts. This could be very surprising to your counterpart. This could be extremely like an awakening feeling, or it's love, and there is them realizing there will always be a connection point between you and them compared to anyone else that they have ever met. It's the comparison that is making this person realize the opportunity that they received when they connected with you, but they also did not, because of their mindset, they did not look at this as a true opportunity, as the gift that it actually is. And underneath the deck, I have the Two of Cups, and I have here the and now I don't really read reversals, but since it came up like this, I feel like it's it's making sense here with the Empress in reverse in a way. So I usually read the Empress on this side. So again, that doesn't mean you have to be a female or male. Just I read it there. So that's why I relate the Empress to that side, just because it's, easier for me as well to separate and explain. Now, so your person, your counterpart is connecting to this journey at this time, realizing why you met, why you're in their life, what they're supposed to be, that they have always mainly thought of what's right in front of them. They have always followed their environment, right? So if everyone around them works hard, the same kind of job, they do it as well. If everyone in the community does this is suffering, they will suffer as well. They will always follow the mainstream, and they're repeating it over and over and over, and they're expecting this different result, but that's not possible. So this person, maybe they were very young when you met, or something about have never really looked at how they can pursue life, love in a different way. They haven't really done that. You could be someone very different with the Two of Cups. You are from a different culture, from a different mindset. One person could be from a city, one person could be from a countryside. There's something very different with your cultures as well. And I just see that with the world, and this person is holding the world, right, the globe in its hand and looking ahead. And they are connecting with this journey. They are realizing all along they've had a gift through this journey, a gift to see the world through your eyes, because you are their other half. And when they connect to you through this journey, when they feel happy, they feel love, they always feel at home when they think of you. Now, up until now, this person have felt that is very weird. They have maybe tried to work themselves through the pain, or work themselves through shaking off your name off their mind in a way. They have thought, well, I'm going crazy, I'm working too much, or what's wrong with me, I will grow out of this. See, they have always had a stubborn scarcity mindset. They have always been around somewhere where it's always like, scatter your energy, have a lot of people around you, right? We are one for all, one all for one. And there could be a lot of experiences you get with having a lot of people around, and this kind of mentality as well. But they look around and they are in the same situation as anyone else, and they have put aside their dreams. Once upon a time they could have had different dreams that they were seeking, but they put them aside. Something has happened to this person in their adulthood that made them pause, made them stop, made them not really connect to their inner being. So we'll look into soon what's happened to them. Why are they starting to connect with the journey now? Why are they starting to look towards you right now? I do also see, of course, the Lovers is a physical attraction as well. If this person have not seen you, or there is a sudden revelation that of your beauty as well, of actually how they miss you, they see you, they think of, especially if you have been physically connected to them, they cannot forget that. And perhaps that's where they're thinking, why am I thinking of this person? They have been trying to minimize the impact on this union always. They have just brushed it aside. Brushing it aside is making them more battered and bruised, because brushing you aside, brushing that is irrelevant, not recognizing, then they are not recognizing the other half of themselves that they need to evolve. The half of themselves they have focused on, and that it's something that is outdated. It's part of their mindset that is conditioned in a way that it's a narrow-minded scarcity mindset. It is to repeat something regardless, over and over and over, just because. There's no reason even. So there's a lot about the realization of the truth, the realization of it's a bit like, well, maybe it is that way, maybe it is something that they thought that they brushed away, because that's when the Emperor will arise. Now, however, with you could have been, because you have been dealing with someone that has been bitter, someone that's been cold, and you also know that this is your twin flame. However, I would say that you also, for a long time, have sort of, when it comes to this person, built up resentment towards them. You have built up resentment towards this connection in many ways. And keep in mind, there are different twin flame journeys, different twin flame couples. And also, I would say, not every time that it will resonate with you. Some of you would say, no, I'm not resentful towards them at all. So maybe this reading isn't for you. But right now, it's not resentfulness that you don't want to see them, you have bad thoughts. It's not that. It's more of a, there is feelings of, it's like this sorrow and uncertainty, and just thinking, why? Because someone has been very stingy with their energy, and like this, just not investing. And there is this, for you also look at your journey as you evolve, and you've been in bliss many times because of this union, where you have, you have seen the value, you have seen, how you grow because of this person. But you have also experienced rejection. You have also experienced someone not recognizing you in the physical, directly to you. And because of that, you have entered into this, I don't really care what's happening to them. If they fall off the face of the earth, I actually care. But it's saying here that also for you to start looking at the journey, to connect how you once did when you were excited about this journey with this person. It will also help you heal this part here. And it says that to disconnect, it's more connect with the feeling if it was something you once had, or a feeling where you were once very excited about this union. I am not saying something like, oh, force yourself to be excited about someone because you are going to meet up with them next week. No, it's to connect with you. It is to connect with the part of you that, by not connecting with this union spiritually, then you are missing out on something in the 3D, which is not always, right? And this is where not a trick, but to connect with you, to connect with the person on this journey, it is also opening up to love. And if you do not see, possibilities of being with this person, and you avoid trying to connect with them because you know that is not possible, right? You're from different parts of the world. It's just, you can't see how that's happening. Either way, if it has to do with, it's something about the spirit is saying, connect with the part of yourself that has resentment towards that person in particular, because it is to address why, right? When you address why, that part will heal, and you will open to love, because again, you also need to connect with the other half of yourself to feel complete, to feel fulfilled when it comes to love. Also to let go even of this union if it's not someone you would consider a relationship with, but it's still necessary to heal, because it will also put you on the path of feeling fulfilled, especially to even be with someone else in love, because it's just, it sounds weird or complicated, but that's the message that I'm getting. There isn't something in it. So I'd like you to keep that in mind, and I will get more messages as we move along. But there is something about this message. Maybe I can, throughout the reading, I'll be able to find better words, because sometimes I don't find the right words, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to look into what's happening. In your person's environment. Wow, the Emperor. Certainly someone is coming into their divine self. They're stepping up. It often happens during a time of maybe growing older, or when the burdens hit the roof as well. They could hit a very difficult stage in their life. The signs I'm seeing: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, Libra, Pisces. You could be Pisces and Libra. They could be Aries, Gemini, Taurus. All right, so, okay. who they want to be is someone that is in control. They are thinking more of power. They've forgotten to think about why. And they have, it's like they wanted to skip a lot of steps. In this person's mind, they always thought that they've worked very hard until they reach the top. That's to repeat the same mistakes perhaps, or repeat something and not get any results, right? And they have had a complete they could have also realized that because of their scarcity mindset, they have suffered depression, uncertainty. They have been stubborn, and they have been sulking about something that maybe they have had stuck on their mind from childhood. There's a level of being childish. There's a level of, but there is a feeling of this person they haven't really evolved because of something that is stuck from their childhood, something they haven't moved on from. They think that they have moved on from that, but they haven't really. Therefore, they think like a child in a way. So it's something about, as a child, let's say this person would refuse to eat when they were upset, and they could keep this long game going on with their, one of their parents, perhaps, like anyone would just, like, they would be someone that will play the long game, whatever it was. When they were upset, they will play the long game. They could maybe have Pisces in as their chart, maybe as a moon sign, but they would do this, and they could do this in the adult life as well. So there will be something that upset them. They don't say it, but they will just be nagging inside of them, and they will actually try to demonstrate it as in, I can stay in this pain for a long, long time because I just can, right? And now you see the serious face on them, right? When the older they are, no one really cares. No one really is going to try to come and feed them and run after them. Perhaps this person, they have something sweet, innocent charisma also about them. They do attract followers and people that want to give to them in some ways, but actually giving to them more as a, like a child, oh yeah, do you have everything you need? You have food, roof over your head, right? It's just a bit like, okay, but they can't really, if they are staying there, they can't evolve because they're not really expressing what they're upset about, right? And they're just staying there. Something about them, their stubbornness has just, it's only affecting them at this time. So, well, there's going to be in January, there will be a meeting of some sort. There will be recognizing each other. There will be a moment, whether it's a moment or there will be an actual meeting, because also it depends, where are you in the world? Are you speaking to this person? Are you not speaking to this person? Do they have an opportunity to see you? But it's going to be, this person is going to see you. They're going to be reminded of you. This will be in the 3D, and it's going to stir feelings that they thought they didn't have. They thought they have stored you away, and it's a picture they will never really look at. Not really any hard feelings I'm getting, but again, it has to do with their stubborn mind. They are saying no. This person is saying no, I'm staying silent. When this person is someone that anyone they've been with, they're not, when it comes to lovers, suitors, partners, once they move on, and they are just, that's that. But with you, they have not moved on. They will always love you. They will always be more attracted to you, and also attracted to you in a different way. You have had an impact on this person regardless. So even if they haven't been wanting to admit that to anyone, so they are going to admit it to themselves. And that's how they are starting to connect with the Emperor within. So they want a good life. They see that you have a good life for yourself. And they see that maybe you have gone from rags to riches, perhaps. Maybe there's something that they pick up that you have gone through. And, they have to admit that the success that you have based on going through what you have learned, the world has changed. They're looking at you they're noticing you wealth you accumulated, or just that if you have gone through any hardships, depression, anything that they know about you, or some situation they thought, well, how could they come out of that? They are looking at you and they think, wow, how is that possible? It's like a miracle. And they are starting to think about this union. They're starting to think about what if. And now this person in their surroundings, I'm seeing that they have there is something about a codependency and control. This person could almost be, for some of them, it's like a gang a gang leader in a way, or so that sounds extreme. And or this person could be in their environment. There's someone that is respected. I also seen 0404, which is, there's so many meanings around the number, but one of them is someone that in the physical is getting a lot of respect, but respect is also power, and it can also be abused. They have got a certain respect in their environment. In that environment, they will always be respected. But when they step out of that environment, they're just another person. So to them, it's been very important to have that respect and to have people looking at them as a leader. Now, it's them that should be in the reverse in that sense, because it's when they connected with you, they receive the power and they haven't used the power effectively. They've used the power, but with the same mindset that they've always had, with a scarcity mindset. And then they've stayed in this power and they said, wow, I've reached the ultimate here, right? But they also needed fuel from you. It doesn't matter if they don't speak to you, or maybe they have spoken to you, but it's like regardless, they did receive this power, especially after they had met you. And there's something about that they believe that, oh, well, through you, they met you, there's something about you. They know that it could be you are very beautiful, very handsome, very good looking, or it could be, you are someone that is very well respected. It just could be, it's many factors. But anyway, they took away that. And they took exactly that away, and they felt this confidence. Then maybe they did not even admit that, but there is a takeaway from this union, even if they haven't spoken about it. They know that it is, but they abused their power and they are defending themselves. They don't want to give up this power. They don't want to back down, right? So it's an environment where it's starting to get hectic. It's starting to get burdened. People are also starting to expect more from a leader. They can't give that what others want. They are finding that they actually have more enemies than they thought. They realizing that this power they have that they're using is not really where they want to be. So again, they're starting to connect with another side to themselves, right? They are starting also wanting to liberate themselves. There is still confusion within them why they are changing their mind. They don't really know yet, because for the most part in their environment, they're reminded that they have chosen another path. But again, their feelings, they're starting to connect, feeling nostalgic, knowing that there was something valuable starting, but they never really continue to invest, and they disconnected. And the disconnect, again, is going to be different for all of you. Now, this person, again, it's like seeing you, there's a wish fulfillment, and they are realizing that it's not a usual connection. They are not someone that does reconnect with lovers, but with you, even if it's after many, many, many years, they still feel the same way about you, even if they are not acting it out. So the feeling, the messages, the observation they are making of themselves, they are not able to deny. They're trying to deny it because they're saying, I must be confused, right? I must have some fear, right? There is this projection around them. So they are going through some kind of strange emotions here at this time. But these signs, they're going to continue coming towards them. It's definitely, this twin flame journey as well, it's not always about two people coming together and finding a place to live and being so in love, and it's so in love because you are your twin flame. So you know, you can walk around with saying, you know, I got the chocolate ticket from Charlie's Chocolate Fabric. I was gonna say, it's like, oh, I am in the kind of couple that everyone would be in. Hey, look at me, right? It's not that. So it's also the purpose of a twin flame journey is that a twin flame couple together in alignment, right, can do a lot for the community, right? So for this union here, I see that the universe has something in store that this couple have not done. So the universe is also angry with this couple that they have not found the journey together based on ego, based on scarcity mindset, based on refusing to evolve. They're very angry, and that anger is projected onto your person because they are not really, they don't have to be this way. And they're being stubborn because they don't want to heal something they're still upset about from their childhood. And that could even be that this person, they didn't get to pursue their dream hobby. They didn't get support from a family, and now they're still upset. And they're just not getting out of it, and they're just realizing no one is really looking at them. Because here I'm seeing this is a couple that could be someone that is building learning centers, and these days everything is online. Learning centers for, you know, whether it's sports or it is a spiritual teaching, it is a union that have work to do, is meant to give to the community. So a lot of people is suffering because this union is not together, and if the union is not together, evolving and producing, being productive and giving back to the community, again, spirits are going to be angry. So maybe you are the one that have been doing that on your own, but here with the 9 of Pentacles, being a spiritual teacher, or again, some of you, it's like something that you do, that you give out to those around you, but you are the one doing all the work. They think they are doing all the work, but they're only doing it to get power to themselves. They think that they are doing it based on other people, and they think that, oh, you know, if I didn't stay here, like everything would just collapse. But if you see, they are not creating wealth around them. They are not creating abundance around them. They are creating fear. They are creating people to fear them, and so they are creating monsters. Not you know, they aren't creating a new mindset of abundance. They aren't teaching people how to get abundance. This is an environment of jealousy, of bitterness, of saying that it's not possible to make a lot of money. It's not possible to, like, this could be someone that is sort of looking at someone that lives wealthy and say, these people are just full of themselves. Well, who would care about living such way? There is a negative way of looking at it. And because they are someone with physical capabilities and to be respected as well, right? This person should be humble, but they haven't been humble. They are trying to dominate others by any means necessary, and is actually viewed poorly. Maybe not by their environment, but it is viewed poorly. This person is socializing with someone with bad name, bad record, bad something, and they are like, no, this is my person, I'm going to protect them, this is my duty. But they're not protecting someone by continue to feed into someone's bad ways. They could, like, again, like I said, gang member sounds, or leader sounds like extreme, but it's something about saying, they're accepting behaviors, mean behaviors from people around them because that's just what they do. And there's some kind of anger here, and you could have stood up and said something to them about that, and they got resentment towards you. Or if you haven't said something directly to them, you have showed it. They know that you would not accept it, and therefore they could look at you as prude. They could look at you as someone that is all up yourself, and you are someone that is goody two shoes, and they just have the resentment towards that side of you. In a way, is indirect more so, and it's not. I don't see them really thinking anything bad of you, but they think that you are not a match because of that. So, this person, they're a good motivator, but the thing is, they are abusing being a role model in a management setting because they don't really manage their affairs successfully. Like they are repeating, it's almost just, it's through a codependency and manipulation, right? It's through playing on people's, like, I don't know, nostalgia in a time where something was accepted that might be illegal now. Or maybe they are someone that, like, in their way, there's something like, oh, I'll teach you how to work for cash in hand, we'll find another system, follow me. Well, it's like they are living in a different century or something like that. With this kind of mindset, it's like, it's not necessary. I mean, this person could be thinking like, again, you did 20 years ago when maybe it was, okay, there are some jobs you can get cash in hand, you don't have to pay tax, right? You could save a lot of money, but you have to do something illegal or something, anything that you don't pay tax, of course, is illegal, but they are promoting people to do that, or they are, it's like finding a way to beat the system. There could be a rebellious person, there could be also someone that is in some kind of campaign, like there's an protesting. I have no clue about that kind of stuff, but yeah, they're anti something, protesting, right? And like fighting the system, finding holes in the system, and all that work they are spending to find holes in the system, to find a way out, to win, right? To conquer here. It's just, they could have used that to really go through the Hierophant and use the tradition of learning. The tradition of learning will never grow old, but power and tradition, that will go old, because that's not, it's been demonstrated that it's not going to ever be effective and as productive and as abundant as the following the high road. So this person could also be intolerant and too proud. It's like if they had channeled their determination into helping others instead of focusing a lot about having the authority and power, again, they could have extraordinary success. Something is happening. There is a domino effect. There could be illumination on something that is someone they are observing that is excessive, addiction, becoming less human. They are going to see someone perhaps that they thought were their friend is now their enemy. They're going to see that they could have created monsters by being a certain way. Maybe they did not intend to. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords, if there's an air sign, this person could be someone very, they are quite, like they accept a lot of personalities, and this person is, but they are quite softly spoken and they are very sweet, but there's something they have, is an armor that they have thought through. Like they now are very powerful based on their intelligence and connecting. There's something that they have, it's like they're not supposed to be in that environment, but because of their intelligence, because of what the traumas they are struggling with or not letting go, fears, depression, maybe there are some mental issues, they have achieved power through combining that. So again, but as a person, I see someone is softly spoken, and you would never really be able to see that. You usually would look at this person, they look as, you would just look at them as an ordinary person, let's say. I don't see them, they don't dress in a particular way that looks, that this is someone with authority at all, but the way they pull the strings with those around them, they are getting some inner satisfaction by being able to pull the strings I'm seeing here to get this inner power, but they are not voicing it. So this person is someone that they don't always voice their opinion, or let's say they stay quiet, and the quietness is actually, it's like it's not showing who they really are, because if they were just more could speak their mind, be direct, if they could show everyone who they truly are. And I mean, what I mean by that is someone that, okay, if they if they believe a certain way, like the scarcity mindset, even voice speaking out loud, but they know what they're doing isn't right, or it's going against actually who they truly are. So they're trying to slip under the radar at the same time, with how they live. This person could be someone that maybe they haven't got social media. They're trying to have a secret life, right, when it comes to anything like that. But in their community, they are known. But actually, they know they aren't really known, because the group could become smaller and smaller every day. So, yeah, I'm going to find you some more cards, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. Got some more cards. And also, yeah, sorry if you hear me struggling to speak. I am struggling to speak this week. In general, yesterday I was trying to be social. I couldn't speak. It's funny how I think the Mercury retrograde, I literally could not speak. I couldn't get a word out. But anyway, so please bear with me. I've slept well and everything. So a message that I am picking up is this. So there is something about their relation to a father figure, regardless of the gender of your person. A father figure that abused their control. A father figure that was someone that people respected. A father figure that was, again, there's something they admired about their father. Maybe their father had passed away as well. Maybe they don't want to be like their father, but they happen to be so. They will. There's some link there to... They are behaving in a way that is their father, the father generation, but it's actually not who they are, but they're trying to take on the face of their father or someone that they are admiring. Because they are taking on that mask, that armor is different to the King of Swords. Maybe even someone without a shirt, right? They're doing something that is not authentic with who they are, but their ego is looking up to a side of someone that is close to them, and with their mindset they are saying, well, it's my father, it's my brother, or there is a reason where they are doing they are saying that, okay, no, just because it's tradition, it's how it is, right? But it's ancient. And because they are in this energy, and they have remained in this energy for most part of their life, they have now people around them that could be like real bad people. They could have a couple of friends, like their right hand, it's called right hand. Someone is their right hand that is continuing to whispering really mean, toxic ways, right? It's like this person is, not only they have their ego, but it keeps feeding into them. There's someone around that it keeps feeding into their ego, or brainwashing them to have this ego. They know that they don't really support everything that this person is doing. They might not have they found ways of not doing what this person would do. So if they're dealing with someone that's a criminal, they say, okay, no, I won't do that, but I will support you in your crimes, but I won't do it myself. So there is like a fine line there. They have people around them. So this is someone that is managing to slip under the radar. They're very smart. They are not someone that will actually do something that is a crime perhaps, but they could have done it and got away with it. Or I just see they're observing people doing it, and because they are saying, no, I got to support this person because they are my friend, again, it's something my father would do, or that's what I do, or this is what my culture do. There is an excuse, but it's starting to be heavy on their shoulders. They know it's pulling them down. They know they're not evolving. You see here the 4 of Pentacles, and here the 7 and 6 of Pentacles. It's just they're seeing, even if they are the leader, they are keeping people trapped. They are like being the voice of repeating something that is for a small number of people perhaps, but it seems like it's the safest place to be, right? They know by now that the world is big out there, and they know that they're wasting time. And they will also be very much aware they are wasting time in love as well when they take a look at you, and you will somehow be presented to them, whether it's through some channel, through people. The universe will present you to them in some shape or form. So they will look at you, and because you are their twin flame, they will recognize that they have not come a long way since they last seen you, but you have come a long way in their eyes, and they have to really admit to themselves and say, well, they definitely have come a long way, and they're recognizing because they wanted to be coming a long way as well. Maybe you're giving them advice, you didn't listen. They didn't listen to, and they just pushed you away. They also have had people around them that have said, you know, they are absolutely not your type. They are absolutely not someone I could see you with. They have always listened to other people, and they have been staying true to their environment here. So yeah, that was a lot of information. I will, put chapters on this reading, so you can just fast forward, of course. So, all right, now we are going to look into what's happening around you. So you have, when it comes to January, I see that you have created this, maybe organized yourself, you have made plans, you have tried to motivate yourself as well. You have done the work. So therefore, there's going to be a smooth start for you in the new year. Now, there could be something legally or something that you feel a bit uncertain about because you haven't looked at it. So maybe you have to look at something about reading something legally. I mean, you have tax year for some, and you have contracts, stuff like that. There could be an area where you feel, oh, this is the last thing I want to do, or this is something I'm not confident in. This is something I just try to postpone, but it says that it will be fine. But because the moon is an illusion, and you have information at hand where you can look at it. When it comes to your feelings in love, again, you recognize a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection here that is attached to your soul, but you feel sad because you have not really, you look at the sad memories. You could feel empty when it comes to your emotions in general. You could feel just a bit, you might also feel sad about wanting to completely let go of someone, or maybe thinking that you have completely let go of someone, and maybe you also want to turn around and look at the cups, but you actually can't get yourself to do that. So you could find yourself in a bit of a strange feelings at this time, maybe feelings you haven't had for a while, or you don't understand why they're there, and you're seeking answers, you're trying to find answers. So yeah, you are, because with the Eight of Cups, you are walking away. I mean, it is recognizing here, is recognizing that you don't have feelings for someone, or you don't want to return to someone. Maybe that is making you sad because it is you that is choosing to do that, because you have no feelings for someone, and you have experienced pain, and you're saying there is some resentment as well. And again, there is, I could also see here, okay, in your environment, I would say there is something about you doing something different. Yes, I see you feel that there is either competition, or someone's trying to steal something from you in a work situation, maybe trying to steal. I'm getting copyright. Maybe someone is trying to do something about copyright. Maybe you have to look up in the information about copywriting as well. You have abundance here, but there is something about you protecting your abundance. Maybe you're getting insurance for something as well. Yeah. So you have a good life that someone might want, and you have to be, I would say so. Someone is being sneaky around you, but it has to do with your money. You're also being strategic because you're picking up. There is an energy around you that you don't want to be confronted with, or you don't want to show. You don't want to mix up with. I'm getting. Yeah. Then that could be your person as well, especially if you see them as having a toxic environment. I see that you are saying, no, when you connected with this person, actually, you felt that bad things happened to you, because there is some turbulence around them, and they have also been hiding from you. So you've been feeling sad about that as well, that this person have not come forward. You could have been thinking about it recently as well. You've been thinking about how they deceived you, how they left, how they lied, how, they didn't give in to you. But it says here, coming back to what I said about letting go, I believe that is the part you will let go of. So let's say, I think all of us in our life, right, there is undeniable if someone asks every single one, okay, what has been a betrayal for you? And, many of us would be like, you will like, oh, that one, that's one of the worst things I've experienced, right? So you will like list it. So it just says here, if it has to do with that, looking at it, looking at the pain that you're experiencing, and looking more at, it's kind of deep, but it's looking at why was it painful, and also was it the way it's addressing, was it the way, the mindset you had at the time and how you were as well? Because, for example, okay, I'll give you an example, maybe that's better. But I recall myself, especially when I was in my early 20s, and I moved away to, I lived in Australia. At that time, there was no cell phones or anything. You were calling, you have to get a card, and you call to get, lower rates and stuff like that. Anyway, that's a different topic. So I recall feeling heartbroken, very falling in love, like very, very quickly, right? I could date someone for a month and feel heartbroken if it didn't go through, like constantly. I could have many relationships, right? Feeling really, really heartbroken. And of course, at that time, I was not analytical, or had everything was just more about find someone new and you will be good. That was it. So never really addressed the pain, why it happened. But of course, now looking back, several decades later, I would of course see, I needed love because I was separated on the other side of the world from my family. But at that time, I was like in the mindset of irrelevant for me, my family. I just didn't think of that. So there was just the mindset that I had at that age, right? So that's something I'm seeing here. If I was to give an example, how you were when you experienced heartache or depression or misfortune or betrayal, or a time where you felt like you trusted and you shouldn't. It has to do with who you were at the time, what mindset you had, your health, what was your beliefs, what has changed between now and then. And if you were in the same situation now with them, right, how would you react? So that's something that could help you. It has to do about healing. It has to do with the journey. It has to do with how you could also get back on this journey if that's what you want. But even if you don't want the person, and I think that's more important here, it is to think of it as a holistic way of healing, even to meet someone else, or to choose the road that is the one for you by healing by understanding, by, you know, it's about completing that part where you feel sad, so that you can, in the future, when you think back, you can think of it as oh, that was a great experience, because, you know, it really was necessary for me to experience that, to evolve. So something like that is quite deep. I don't always have the right words, because I don't have that spiritual vocabulary, not yet, at least. It's also to do with trust. When it comes to trust, you have just seen the worst of the worst, and it's impossible for you not to reflect on that, and not to see like in a negative aspect. And it's not about you saying, oh, if I was different, I should accept what they did, or it's not that, but it has to do with now you're able to, you see better, and you also are in a better energy. So it's also to give yourself credit that you don't really have to stay in that energy as well. You are a different person. You can easily stand face to face with this person, and now you will really see what they're all about as well. But something is happening here, because very likely with the Lovers, the 10 of Cups here anyway, this person wants to connect with you, and there is a message of some kind, but also the message could come in a way that is very subtle, and you just think, oh my God, I'm gonna block this person. Don't they dare coming towards me. That could be your reaction for some of you, or you are just like, oh no, I need to stay away. Let's close all my, it's something about your reaction and what you are sort of debating on doing. So yeah, you could sort of, it's just something to do with connecting, and you have thoughts of fleeing the scene. You don't want to reconnect with them as well. So it's for all of you, it's going to be a little bit different. In your feelings, you are all about the abundance, about your wealth, about moving forward. I see in the near future, you are going to have success. But there is part of you that is also feeling uncertain about your success. There's something about healing. There is also something about you feeling that you can't trust anyone as well, and you can only trust yourself. You feel you can't trust definitely someone in love, and you can definitely not trust the person. That for you feel is your protection, and you feel that, okay, yes, I am protected here by the justice, because again, you know, I've done what's right as well. And you are listening to your inner self. You have good intuition as well. I do see you are going to heal, whether you maybe not are focusing on it or not. But if you see here the Empress in reverse here, there's something about, how to say, maybe it's like you have evolved in many areas of your life. But you could have, for example, stayed more focused on your abundance, and you haven't given into love because you don't trust love. And so it's saying here, it's to have the wholesome, the Empress, someone that is comfortable in their own skin with the 4 elements, right? With the sword, with passion, with love, the Queen of Cups, and with earth. The Empress have all 4. And maybe you have felt that because you are not with your counterpart, or because you haven't found love, for example, it's something to do with, then you felt, well, you know, I have experienced a lot. I have evolved. But for you to be happy as a person, for you to be complete, for you to feel that you are completing your journey, or you are evolving, and you are experiencing success in all areas of your life, there is something that you will address in the near future that has to do with what you think that you are not able to see. It's about confirming that, yes, you can trust your intuition. There is someone again coming back from the past with the Emperor, so they want to connect with you. there's a message coming in, but actually when you even think of them or hear their name or them coming towards you, the first thought will be no. That's, you will think, no, here is trouble. This person is coming in to deceive me. But at the same time, you will also have thoughts of wish fulfillment. Confusing thoughts it could be. So for all of you, it's going to be different. But it's definitely in January, it's a time for you to spiritually evolve. So as well, there could be certain decisions you make that is towards for you to learn to grow as well. You could be doing something different. Maybe it's changing up your routine. It's implementing something that is healing for you. Those different things that you do, yeah, again, it's very important, especially during the next month, at the beginning of the year, because it's laying the foundation, I would say so. All right, so do you see that there is similar cards here? Do you see that is, you know, their intentions is wish fulfillment. When they think of you, the thought will come wish fulfillment, and they will be like, why am I thinking wish fulfillment? They are thinking abundance. They are thinking similar thoughts, but you also have 2 sevens. They are thinking, oh no, they're going to think that I see them as an option because that's how I treated them. And you're going to think that they think that they think that they have an upper hand. They think that I will accept what they did to me. No, I won't. So yeah, it is, and you have your sword up. They know that. They know that you will not accept what they did, and they know that full well. See, you both have the moon as well in your feelings. You both feel that sadness about never really discussing what happened, never really getting over it as well, in a way, even if it's not maybe something you think of that much day to day, but it's there. Spirits, any messages? I'm getting strong Gemini, Taurus as well. The moon underneath the deck, yeah, uncertainty. And high emotions with illusions, listening to intuition is important here, yeah. So there is this, it's like a sudden connection, and then thinking, for those of you that had a relationship with them, for those of you that someone did leave you in a terrible way and you never discussed about it, it will be, first, it will be, there's definitely one of you thinking, you know, how attracted you are to this person, not avoiding thinking about when you were physical with this person, but then the next thought will be, they screwed me over, I have a bone to pick with them still because, you know, what they did, yeah. And this could be the Queen of Wands. You could be, again, for many of you, you could be, yeah, it's, you recognize it, but for sure you are like, no, absolutely not, absolutely this person is not coming near me. so that is for many of you, or that's the first thought you get as well. So it's going to be different for all of you as well. Now I'm also picking up a few different energies in this twin flame reading, and there are different personalities here as well. You have one person that could be more into the superficial, so you have a twin flame union that was very much on the lust, the sex, the, you know, the attraction, like very intense kind of we found love in a hopeless place situation. Then there's another connection here that was very mentally stimulating, where it was actually built a lot of trust. You could have even spoken about a relationship, and then you could be very, very similar. You have similar signs or similar elements, and this connection here was meant to last. There was like an obvious thing to trust each other, but then the betrayal felt actually worse almost than the betrayal that happened with someone that was focused on lust, because then in that situation you might sometimes expect that, okay, we were diving into passion and lust or the physical at first, or maybe, so it's there's different connections here, so you will know which connection is yours here, which is your person. But they have started the journey. They are changing. They're moving into their King of Cups, which is someone that is going to be the first one that will come towards you with the truth. They are going through a spiritual awakening because something painful will happen here, and they're realizing that they need to get out. They need to change something. They will be forced to change something. As they are changing something, you will come back into their mind, and something that you taught them is coming to their mind. They will think about you a lot, and is also actually a time when they evolve, that they will accept that should they come towards you, they're going to have to expect that you have guards up, and that you're going to, it's like they feel they deserve you treating them in a certain way. They almost like they even also want that, because they're saying that it's like when they're coming into their new person, they are saying, well, they deserve to throw eggs at me for a while, to throw the flames at them for a while. And that also shows, of course, passion. But they will come towards you calm. They will come towards you in a different energy. And again, you want to kill them in a way. That's what I'm seeing. But it's at the same time, there is love there. But you will see the way back for those of you that will be moving towards this person into a relationship, because for many of you in 2024, there's an opportunity for that here. It's going to be that this person has to now be the one that moves into, their divine self, whether it's female or masculine, feminine, sorry. And that requires them not to have the ego. It requires them to understand why in the dynamic of a relationship that they need to allow you to definitely give them your anger, or give them a piece of your mind, something like that. And actually they would want you to, because I see here as well, it has to do again with passion. Now, of course, anyone that moves towards someone that has been, betraying someone, if you just, oh no, I was fine with that, I'm all over it. Of course, you need to show someone your anger. You need to show someone because usually that means there is also love. But I see that is not something that is long lasting. This could have been a long time since it happened, but it has to come out. It has to be discussed. It has to be that you have to let off that steam. They have to allow you to do that and kind of just sit in it. And I see that they are evolving. They are going to allow for that to happen without the Five of Swords. Now, depending on the counterpart that you're dealing with, it could also test someone. And if someone has not evolved, they will not understand why you are in a certain way. And if they are immature, right, then if they are trying to pay back again, then of course this will get back into, it's just going to be this feisty type of connection, right? So that can happen as well. But I see a person, they're on a journey. They could also possibly make a move, a physical move. I could just jump in their car and they're driving away from where they've been for a very long time.